Hello everybody, Massive Fox here, bringing you another knife review, and today we'll be reviewing this guy. This is the Banter. Now, I've already reviewed the baby Banter, so I know I'm out of order. This has been out for a good amount of years now, a few years, I think maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4, if I'm right. But I still want to review it because this is definitely something worth talking about, worth looking at. It is a very interesting part of the knife world. Definitely has a very nice place in the knife world, and I really think that more people need to talk about it. It's pretty cool. But first, let's first start off with the basics. If you like knife and EDC related content, please consider subscribing to my channel because I post every week, and I think you'll find something enjoyable. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you even clicking on this video. Now let's get right into it. I'm going to first show off the specs and then talk about some of my personal opinions and some of the things that I think about this knife and just other aspects of it, and then I'll also tell you the price as well. The price is actually pretty good. Spoiler alert. Let's start off with the length on this guy. Overall length of this guy is coming in, wow, 6.5 inches. Not bad. Just right under 3-inch blade with a, let's say, 2 and, I think 2, sorry about that, 2 3/4 of an inch cutting edge. Excuse me, sorry about that. Choked on something. Weight on this guy. I do not think this guy's going to be heavy. Somewhere around maybe 3.20 ounces, give or take. Oh, I was way off. I'm about 40 off. It's 2.85. That is light. This is a very light knife. This is not gonna be cumbersome at all. I think you're gonna find this a breeze to carry in your pocket. Size comparison time. Let me get a sip of tea. Tea good. All right, let's start off with the bug out. CF bug out. Mini bug out. So the Banter is more in line on the mini bug out. The mini bug out has just a tad bit, I believe, just a tad bit more blade. Barely, actually, they're very similar. Handle is also similar. So if you are a fan of the mini bug out, this is very comparable. Next, CJRB Feldspar, full size and small. So the small Feldspar is just a tad bit longer than it, blade and handle wise, and obviously the full size one is definitely bigger. Next, Spyderco Pair 3, Spyderco PM2 here. All right, so blade is similar on the Spyderco, just a tad bit. I think there's a little bit more blade, but this guy actually has a little bit more cutting edge than the Spyderco because the Spyderco has this massive choil right there, and the handle length is really long. All right, last but not least, ow, hurt my finger. Not on a knife, didn't cut myself. Coolsale Spada Medium. Coolsale Spada XL. Big boy. The Spada dwarfs this Banter. Look at that. The Banter is not even the, let's see, yeah, not even the entire Banter is not even the length of the Spada. But it's a little bit closer to the medium, tad bit. All right. Enough joking around. Enough size comparisons. I think I take too long on these size comparisons. I just find them fun. All right. Next, let's go with height on this guy. Height up against, let's do the bug out. So as you can see, it's going to be a little similar with the bug out, just a tad bit higher. And let's do something a little bit more similar. So the mini bug out, yeah, it's going to be quite higher than the mini bug out, but not really that big of a deal. Pair of 3. So as you can see, the pair of 3 is going to ride much higher. The Banter is much lower, which is pretty cool. Now let's go with width. I get my. There you go. You can see it's pretty much the same width as the Spyderco pair of 3. So if you more used to the bug out, the bug out will be thinner. So this guy is a little bit thicker. So if you prefer very thin profiles, then this guy is much thicker by, I mean, a little bit, but it's definitely noticeable. Blade thickness, got my calibers, 0, all right. All right, 0.10 inches. Let's do the handle, why not? And we got 0.45. That was pretty interesting, if you ask me. Now this is a flat grind. As you can see, it's a flat grind with a nice blade flat up here. So the grind does go to a very high area, and it is relatively thin, very thin. That is going to be nice and slicey. Definitely like that. Got good amount of blade stock, and the tip looks nice and strong. Not too thin, not too thick. Definitely like that. Let's do a cut test before I forget. Now, I barely ever use this knife. I don't think I've ever used it. I sometimes tend to baby some of my knives that I just like to look at. I don't know if I carried this one as often, which I should actually carry it more often. So I've never sharpened it, and I don't think I've ever used it or barely used it. So this is still factory edge. Yeah, you can just feel that flat grind, that very thin, just really well done edge geometry. Just bites in and cuts right through. That is really well done blade. I think one of the smoothest I've ever felt. And you can turn in a cut. Yeah. Let's try puncturing. Very nice. Yeah, definitely happy with that. Now the price on this guy is actually not bad. On Blade HQ, they're right now having a sale, but it's probably going to end by the time I post this video because I pre-record and then post weeks and sometimes even months in advance. So the sale will probably be over, so it'll probably go back to its original price, which I believe on Blade HQ is right now it's $96 on Blade HQ, but that's on the sale price. So I believe it's going to go back to $108 and probably 80 cents, or just $108 on Blade HQ, which is actually a pretty good price for what you get here. Then the MSRP on this guy is $128, and then NAFs are NAFs, which is Ben's Ben Peterson. That's his website where he sells a lot of his products and knife designs and whatnot. He's also selling it for $108.80. Amazon, you can get it for $108.81, but just be careful with buying from Amazon. Make sure you get it from the proper seller. You don't want to buy junk. Then a Knife Center is the same, $108.80. So that's actually a pretty good price for what you get here, if you ask my opinion. And I mean, I'm no professional. Like, I'm just some guy who talks about knives. I handle a lot of knives, but I'm some guy. So don't think I'm like some professional, like I know everything. Just for what I've seen and what I felt, what I've all the things that I handled, I think that this is a great value for what you get. You get S35VN, which is a really good steel. Not one of my favorite steels, just by the way how it sharpens up. It kind of takes a little bit of a grittier edge. This is actually really nicely done, though. So maybe I'm just not a good sharpener, but but it's still a really good steel. Sharpens easy, stain resistant, holds an edge for a decent amount of time. A very good, well-rounded steel, and it reaches a good amount of toughness as well. So it's definitely good. Let's see if you can see that right there. So yeah, S35VN. This also has got G10 handles. One side it has a liner. It's a liner lock, but one side is a liner. The other side is just liner inserts. So let's see. I'm not sure if you can see that. Kind of hard to see because it's all black. Can you see in there? Not sure if you can see it because it's all black, but it doesn't have dual liners. It's one side is a liner, and then the other side is liner inserts. So a liner right here, and a liner right here, and then the rest is just flat G10. Let's see. You might be able to see it on this guy. I forgot to talk about this guy. They also have many models of this now. Back then it was just the blue and satin, and then the all blacked out with the blue thumb stud. But now they have more options. You got green. You got I think a wood one coming out, and something like that. Well, Blade HQ had this one, which is the natural G10. Nice stone wash. I think that's acid washed finish. I should have looked that up, but it's really nice looking. Let's see. Yeah, right there. That's how it's like. Just liner inserts into the G10. So that's what it's like. This guy also has this is the 20 CV version. So if you can get your hands on this one is a 20 CV for I think about an extra $20, give or take. You can upgrade to 20 CV, which is really cool. But I digress. What was I talking about again? Yes. So the price on this is actually really good for what you get. And one of the things I really want to point out that this is designed by Ben Peterson. If you're not familiar with that guy, he's the former host of Blade HQ. Really cool dude of what I've seen. Just the way how he thinks through things. I loved watching him on Blade HQ. He is one of the most pickiest knife enthusiasts in the world. I loved watching him because every time someone brought up a knife, he would be really picky. He would have this like finger test or something where a finger has to go to a certain length. The blade has to go to the length of his finger or something like that. Which was pretty funny. And he had all these rules about what he likes in a knife, and that is cool. That is a good thing. You can have rules on what you like in a knife, just as long as you don't shove them in other people's faces. Like, you're dumb for liking what you like. You should like what I like. No, everyone has their own preference in knives, and let them enjoy nice things. Let them enjoy their knives. I get some comments that are really annoying. So yeah, he's the former host of Blade HQ, and he's really cool. Well, he branched out. He left Blade HQ and decided to start his own thing. He started his own company, started designing knives, and it is really cool on what he's doing, what he's accomplishing for his small little business. And he got we to design the Banter for him. This is his first knife design into the knife world, and you can definitely tell that he is a knife enthusiast. You can definitely tell just if you see this knife from a distance, you're just like, oh, that's a basic knife design, whatever. But if you really look at the nitty gritty, if you look at all the details that he put in, you can definitely see that this is made by a knife enthusiast, somebody who really thought out this design, not just slapped a knife together and just hope it's stuck, or just put a knife in and like, oh, this looks cool, I'll just do that. No, this is very well thought out for knife enthusiasts that like a basic knife enthusiast knife. It's very well thought out. You got your spear point that goes down just a nice belly, small enough because a lot of people do like small knives. And then it's got all this, rounded corners, so it's all nice and chamfered right there, so it's very comfortable. And the handle is very ergonomically designed. It's extremely comfortable. And then the liner lock is very well designed as well. It doesn't protrude too much, but it protrudes just enough to get your finger into it and move it out of the way. If you handle a lot of knives, you know that sometimes people screw up the liners, and you gotta like dig your finger in there and just really like pry it down, or it's really hard to just disengage and just manipulate. And this is very well designed to manipulate. It also has one of the best actions I've ever felt in the knife world. It's definitely well designed. The detent, the thumb studs are perfectly lined up. It's also on bearings, so that's also really helpful. And it just flies out when you want to open it. Just comes right out. It's really good. You can reverse flick it as well. It is extremely well designed. The action on this is fantastic. The D10 is just really good. I really like that drop shut action, which is really good because it's on those nice bearings. And then, you got your recessed pocket clip, recessed screws, which is A+ in my book. I love that. Very well designed. The pocket clip is really nice and deep. It's a really nice deep carry pocket clip. Very basic design, but it works. It really does. And then he, put a lanyard hole for those who like lanyards, but it's not obstructing the pocket clip. It's not being prioritized, which a lot of knife enthusiasts get upset about, is when the lanyard hole is prioritized over the pocket clip. And I can see why a lot of knife enthusiasts get upset about that. Deep carry is nice. And then it's got very minimal hardware, 1, 2, and 3. So very little hardware. It's just you can see all these really. You got barrel backspacers. You just see that this is definitely designed by a knife enthusiast. And yeah, I know what you might be thinking. It's a very basic design. Very basic. This knife design is just knife. That's what it is. It is just a knife designer. And if you watch my channel, you know that I like crazy designs. I'm not really a basic knife kind of guy. I like crazy designs. This right here, let me just show you. This is the knife guy I am. Aggressive. Crazy. Weird. Big. Those are the designs that catch my attention. Those are the designs that I like. Aggressive, crazy, weird, and big. Or interesting, if you like that. So, things that are just interesting, like interesting knife locks. I love seeing different designs of knife locks and stuff like that. Those are the designs that I go for. Let me just move all this stuff out of the way. Sorry about that. Those are the knife designs that I go for. Is usually the crazy designs. But sometimes you just want something simple, and this delivers simple, effective, and just enough cool to keep it interesting. And also, if you just like the guy Ben Peterson, you can support him by buying this. It's really cool. Yeah. And then I think I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about this knife. It is a very good design. It's definitely a very good first knife. If you know somebody that is interested in knives and they say their budget is around $100, definitely give them this. This would be a very good first knife. I think they would find a lot of enjoyment, and then their standard would be this action. They'll find all other knives with different actions subpar compared to this. So yeah, they'll probably make this their standard on how a knife should feel. But this is definitely a really good first knife design, or somebody that is not really a general knife enthusiast, but wants a cutting tool that will work and be effective. And then also, you got this tactical style, and then the regular blue one. So this, if someone likes tactical but simple, so you got the practical design with the tactical look. So if someone wants tactical but wants to be a practical knife user, this is definitely a really good color and design for them. And they're also coming out with the big Banter, which is really cool. I look forward to getting that one. It's really big. And just this review is going on for a long time. I apologize for that, but I hope you're enjoying it. If you stayed this long, you're amazing. I really do appreciate that. You have no idea. And then a little comparison with the baby Banter. There you go. See, it's a smaller one of his already small knife, which he does a really good job of making basic and effective knives. Really, really good. These are some of my this is probably one of my most used knives because of that forward choil. It's very easy to manipulate. Very good. Highly recommend that one. It's a VV Baby Banter. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for this video. I think I rambled on long enough. I hope you enjoyed it. Look at that. What is up, guys? I missed that. So fun. All right. Well, thank you. So I do highly recommend this knife, or just checking it out, or just checking out NAFs in general. They have a lot of interesting stuff going on. All right. Well, I hope you like this video. If you like more knife and EDC related content, please check out my other videos. And remember to subscribe, because I post every Saturday and every other Sunday. There'll be more knives and more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye.